guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Sassy Lulu here, and if you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber, thank you guys for watching. It's a brand new video and I'm going to be talking about something that is very interesting. Should I tell you guys what it is? Well, it's not a strange topic for the guys and for the men folk. This is something they do every day, is shooting your shots. Should you shoot your shots as a lady? I mean, if you're a girl or a babe, you like a guy, should you ask him out, to put it in the proper term? Should you scope a guy? I know that a lot of ladies are traditional, and because of our culture, we don't actually do that, because why should you be asking a guy out? It is not something that you should be doing. But I must tell you that women are now breaking tables. Women are doing things that on a good day you would never ever assume they would do, and this is one of the things that women are doing. I've actually done it, so I'm not guilty. I'll share my experience about the whole experience of how I was able to kind of scope a guy. It's not kind of, but yeah, I made a move on a guy, and did it go well? I don't think it went well, but I'm happy that I did what I did. Okay, so now the first point or the first tip is to actually, if you like a guy, it's not all. I've heard of stories of women who've actually slid into the DM of a guy, and at the end of the day, they're married today. I've heard of so many stories like that. So there's just not one way to find love. I think as women, we need to not limit ourselves to the possible options. You just wait and expect one guy to come and ask you us. I mean, what if the guy likes you but he's shy? I know a guy is not supposed to be shy, but sometimes we can tap it in or just give them some prompting. So the first thing you need to do, if you kind of fancy or admire that guy, you probably went to the gym or you went to one event, or probably he comes to your office for work and you don't even know, you're just melting inside. You know, the first thing you should do is to get to know him. That's the first thing, is the observation stage. It's not just entering the DM. You got to observe the guy. You got to know who this guy is. You got to do FBI work. That's why I like my personality. Flex are usually very investigative. I mean, I do a lot of investigative journalism. If I like someone, I go to my Google, I research all the person's friends, I research the person, I know the person, I research the school, the person, I will do my groundwork. So the first thing is to get to know the person. You want to be careful, because as much as you might like the person, you don't know the person is scam. You know the person is a ritualist. So you've got to get to do your FBI work. Get to know the person, get to observe the person's movement, get to know where the person likes to eat. You might say, all for a guy, my sister, you're the one that wants something. So if it's mama put, the guy likes to go to, I mean, just do your research, do your observation to first get to know this person. What I also mean by that is to just be friends with the person. If you are friends with the person, it kind of gives you that opportunity to enter his world. Well, let's not go to the friendship part, but the first thing, like I said, is to get to know this person, observe him. Now the second thing will be to be friendly, make a move. Don't just be looking there when it's coming, you're looking at him like this guy shy. Try to break that ice. There's always something you can do. From observing him, you get to know what he probably likes, and then you can chip it in when he comes around and say, oh my goodness, I just watched this particular match and I realized that this player is this, and then he says, oh wow, that's my player. Girl, you have done your research already. So from the research you did, you were able to get to just put one word in. I know you're wondering, why are you advising ladies to shoot their shot? Because there's not one way to find love. So you must try, and at the end of the day, like I said, and I always say about these things, if it doesn't work, know that you've done your best, and the best is definitely yet to come. So the second is get to know him, get to be his friend. Just try to break that ice. When you break that ice, it makes it much easier to communicate with him. And the third thing that I would say is to be his friend. Friendship is the most important part of any point of relationship. Sometimes when we fall in love so quickly, when we are crushing over someone so quickly, we don't get to really, develop a certain level of friendship. So today you can just thought to say hi to you. I just thought to put this message out. Hope you're doing good. How is work? Oh, how was your meeting? How did it go? As you're doing that, don't be told every day, hi baby, I just said to say no, you gotta take it one step. You've done your research. The second thing is that you've tried to say hi. The third thing is that you are getting to be his friend. Now, if there are not different types of friendships, the guy might not automatically see you as friend, but in that stage you are still putting yourself out there. Probably has an event, you're showing up, oh hi, just thought to show up, thought to do this, and now from there you can now start asking him, oh, do you want to come out, do you want to have drinks with me? I know normally the guy is not supposed to do all of this, but it's not a bad thing to let this guy know that you fancy him, you like to enjoy his company, you like to get to know him better. So when you ask him out for drinks and then you guys talk, you get to know much more about this person. Now all of this is to build some sort of rapport and relationship. Now after all these stages, now if the guy now doesn't reciprocate from the getting to know you, hanging out with drinks, then you should be able to proceed to, he should be able to notice you. If he's not doing all these things, then probably it is always time to just take a back seat, because there's always a point to where we get to put ourselves out there for someone and they kind of reciprocate, and if they don't reciprocate, then you know that if the energy is not matching, then I can't do it anymore. So I will give you guys just a typical example to back up what I'm saying, because sometimes it's almost like as if we're just talking about these things but we're not actually backing it up with examples. So I shot my shot at a guy. I kind of observed that I might like a particular guy and I thought he was my spec. So there was this mixer or meeting that I went for and he happened to be there. I knew he was going to be there. I'd done a bit of research. So when I got there, I just walked in, you know, as the lady that I am. Everybody was there already and I walked in late and I just, oh hi, nice to meet everybody. And I sat down and he was, okay, who is this babe? He was looking at me, who is this babe? And then unconsciously we just started talking. You know, I prepared myself, you see. I know how to do these things. When I was a package, when I like something, I want something, and then we started talking, and then, you know, after that he reached out to me a couple of times. We had a communication. We were going back and forth, but this guy just stopped. Yes, girls, he stopped communicating, and I was like, oh, me that I happen to like the guy, but in his mind he would think, oh, I observed that I liked him first. So I would reach out. The first time I reached out, the guy, oh, I'm busy. The second time I reached out, oh, I'm busy. Guys, I reached out like 4 freaking times before I got tired of the 4 times after I reached out. But then I just felt like, told you, I don't want that really wants this. Just go all the way out, because this is not something that I usually do. I like to be chased. Which girl doesn't like to be chased? And then what I did was, at the last point where I just thought, this guy's so busy, I sent a voice note. So I said, oh, hi, how are you doing? Would you like to hang out for drinks? And I mean, it was in a busy place, so I gave the impression, or it was the impression, that I was also busy. It's not that I'm some girl, but I must add that if you are reaching out to a guy like this, you must also have something of value to add to the guy too, because it depends on the kind of guy that you are shooting your shots at. If you say like you are a classy babe and you want a classy guy, and the guy is also a classy guy, you must also realize that he has a spec and he has a standard. So to a very large extent, you must also be a spec. Yeah, understand? So after that, I did what I did, and then we hung out again. We got close, and the closeness I assumed was going to lead to a relationship. But then the guy just told me and said, girl, I'm not ready for a relationship. It broke my heart, but I really liked this guy. So I kept on, you know, I just around the guy, we kept on communicating back and forth. But it kind of seemed like I was doing a lot of the work, because I was always checking in. My sister, I did not stop, you see. From shooting my shots, I was checking in, constantly trying to communicate with him. He kind of picked up at some point, but you knew that his heart was not in this whole thing. He appreciated the fact that I reached out asking him for drinks. He really did. But at the end of the day, my sister was unable to reach him for a long period of time. And then after a point, I saw him again and I was like, oh, I'm pretty angry with the fact that I kept, you know, communicating, trying to be there as much as I could, because we had developed a certain level of friendship. And then he says that he doesn't, you know, are you bringing money for me? Are you doing all of that for me? And I just said, girl, this is time to take a leave. And I took my leave and I stopped communicating. Now, the reason why I'm putting this out there is just for you to know that the world is changing as women, and the things that we never used to do before, we need to start doing. Right now, yeah, I was a bit hurt by a bit of what happened, but at the same time, I love the fact that I did what I did. I mean, if I liked that guy and I did what I did, and he eventually played along with me, but for reasons best known to him, did not push further with that relationship, I did my best. So this is to encourage you ladies that it's not bad to shoot your shots in the game of relationship. A man who likes you, a man who loves you or who admires you, a guy I know will do what he needs to do. But if it happens that you're the one shooting your shot and getting to know him, and then he kind of notices you, then it's also good. Because I know there are loads of ladies, let's not just say few ladies, there are ladies who met their husbands, they sent DMs Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, at the workplace. They said, boy, guy, I like you, let's hang out. And eventually they ended up getting married. So this is just something I felt happens a lot. Women, we kind of we kind of lose out of opportunities because we are scared. It's the same way you want to get a job. What do you do when you want to get a job? You put a CV together, you go for an interview, you prep the right questions. Sometimes it doesn't go, and there's so for every rejection there's always one yes. I must tell you, I've gone for so many job opportunities. I put out CVs that never got any callback. So this is just for you to know that, listen, you can shoot your shot at a guy, and if it doesn't work out, you know it was for the best, and you keep it moving because there's gonna be another guy. Now the question of, should I keep shooting my shots? I do not know if you should keep shooting your shot, but if you have the mind that you feel there's another guy that you like I said, you have to follow the steps. The first one is observe him, get to know him, do all your research, and then at the end of the day, do what you need to do to be his friend and build a relationship with him. At the end of the day, it doesn't work out, you know you have done your best. I just thought to share my experience because I mean, we've all had certain experiences that kind of help us to be better, and this is one of the most amazing experiences. So guys, I must tell you to shoot your shot. Now if you have done that, you're married to someone who you did that to, let me know. I want to really know in the comment section. If you're a girl and you like this guy and you are scared of how to go about it, you can send me a message and I can help you on how to go about shooting your shot with this guy. So guys, make sure you please like and subscribe to this video. I will see you next time on another exciting episode and another exciting video. Bye guys, I'll see you on the next one.